them look real good then. But we also have, you heard Shush being talked about on the desk with Sadakist. Also, I think Bubsky did really well. And Akor on the AWP, he was a really solid player for them, really opened up quite a few different avenues for them to attack with. In the meantime, we do see a flank coming in. Roj, newest addition to the team, drops the bomb, more importantly. It's going to be insanely hard to defend against this, actually maintain some sort of control. They have players pushing up in middle. Frozen watching towards lower, not able to catch up the player crossing, unfortunately for him. But it doesn't seem to really matter when you have Roj and Akor playing like this.
Yeah, it's going to be left all onto Frozen. That flank has worked wonderfully, and oh, this is a messy battle. How does he hit that one first time? Just owns Roj, but doesn't. People were tired and maybe not calming properly. But it's later in the day now. Like if they're still tired now after being tired, then you do have to worry a little bit.
But what this tournament has proven, you really can't count on that as being on paper the better team. With how the results have gone, we're going to pushing through the smoke in towards the B site. Ropz able to get the kill on a Shush. And it looks like the buy-up has actually worked out for mousesports here. They have that full control of the B site.
Yeah, although the games have definitely been close, I don't feel like there's been an upset today. Like,
almost was.
Yeah, I think the last one was the closest, but other than that, it has been what we expected, just not in the manner that we expected. Well, we've seen some scout magic from Woxic so far, and this is going to be an aggressive play. Frozen has to be careful. They're above him, but he has support from Ropz. But some nice shots from Shush. He's going to find two with the CZ. Weaponry also retrieved from him as well. In the meantime, the cross from Long is coming, and Akor's trying to do the damage, but instead is caught by the nade. Molotov going to go down to force anybody else off of the angle.
Play well on every single map at the moment. I think the only map they haven't been playing is Overpass, or haven't been playing well is Overpass.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see, like, so was it, who I don't actually know, who picked this map, which is on the map where he is going to be able to hear everything below and around him. And he's going to get a free kill as well. Nice shot from Chris J. To already clean things up.
Just wondering, what would he hear below him?
Above.
It's like, is he listening to hell or something? I don't
know. 16-10. I think the mousesports are going to win this fairly comfortably.
Okay. Do you think Trickster get more of their rounds on the T side, I'm assuming?
I don't know. Yeah, I think that, like, realistically, Bubsky was the same when I saw him at DreamHack Summer, so I think he can open things up. I think Shush has been playing well today, but just on this T side, you've got play because he plays on a bajillion sensitivity, so some of the flicks he makes are physically impossible without going across a full 2-meter mouse mat, but at the same time, his precision just seems to be on point, and wow, he's just killing everyone. Like, what is... like, I sort of started highlighting him when he had 0 kills, and now he's got 4.
Do you think he very tiny amount?
Oh, come on, don't mess it up now. That was the ace!
Oh, over his op from the last round. I wonder how you just do, like, the small movements if you have a high sensitivity. I feel like it's so difficult.
Yeah, I think he just is a madman and just from over there, and I'm sat here.
True. I mean, it could be like Pronax who plays inverted. Where down is up and up is down.
Maybe if he'd kept it the right way up, he'd still be playing.
Jesus.
Then again, I think he hasn't Godsent made a comeback.
They have. They have.
The Illuminati Eye returns.
What was Dojia's one again that you had?
Dosia Own Medicine.
That's what I thought. Kerrigan, nice little kill on the Roj. Double up setup that we have the B site. Shush there as well. Core needs to hit so many shots here, and well, doesn't really hit much of anything. As he does burn away from Frozen.
He hit the deck. That's about it. The direction he's heading is into Hunden's bad books.
I'm going to just give you that one just based off of how many hours we've been casting today. I'm not even
into this tournament, so yeah, they should be dominating.
I'm really worried because Tricked have invested in the double op yet again. It hasn't worked before, and it might not work this time. Roj able to take down Frozen, and of course, finally able to pick up a kill with the AWP. Get up to 2. There's another one added to his books at the moment. And there we go.
He hit that shot. Misses the easy one, and then goes for challenge mode as he finds Kerrigan flying away. Watching the angle, Ropz is just on the other side, and Chris has come working through, but he's been spotted. A much better round than a clean. Not an issue for mousesports at this point. They are just going to be right back into this one.
Well, SMGs might sound terrible in slow motion, but deaths sound amazing. Really open so they can rotate people back towards A to help out. Akor gets one onto Kerrigan, but Roach isn't able to hold on towards Long, and Frozen gets a second. That's the op now out of his hands. And just expecting them. A bullet to the dome. And a second. Now Hunden all by himself up against 3. And, yeah.
These were the sort of plays that were breaking us out. I think these are the sort of matches that they're going into expecting to win. Sure, the one earlier was more questionable and things they said went wrong, but in this scenario...
And then he peeks and dies.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Oh. Yeah, of course, I call him out, and then he starts picking up kills. Gets 2. Second of the round.
Okay.
It seems like the quicker style to mousesports is like catching tricked off guard too. They don't know how to defend against it, but playing the slower style maybe is going towards their hands, especially with how aggressive that's unfortunate.
They've done that a few too many times. I think Woxic was more than ready for somebody to peek that angle, although Kerrigan not expecting anybody to be there, and well, this time I think that was online. So it's not like a map that they particularly play too often. Like it's a rarer one within their pool, but I do think it would be foolish to like not say that they have a good opportunity to take that map. I don't know if Tricked are favored. They do seem to be fairly prominent themselves, but I think it depends more so on what mousesports turns up. Okay. Just spamming different angles, and Woxic's managed to get himself 2 kills to catch them. Ropz was so good at getting entry kills into this B site earlier today. That's Chris catching off another one. If he gets this kills, then surely the round is done. It's close, but Shush stays alive. Now Roge is actually going to go pushing, but I don't think they've realized that they've completely lost control of the A site. Bomb is going to be able to cross. They'll plant the bomb for Long as well, which will set up Woxic into a powerful position, to say the least. And while Roge pretty much has to get this kill, otherwise it is round over. But there's actually a missed shot from Woxic. That gives them a chance.
Flashbang comes through at a Chris J to allow him to peek back in. Now both eyes are trailed on this position, and they're able to take him out of the equation as both players retreat back towards Long A. And Shush has to pull off one hell of a shot here. Hope that they don't know where the bomb is exactly planted. Starts to fake out the defuse. Chris J instead is going to push up on this one. Should know that to actually clear, and I don't think he realized that the bomb wasn't even being defused there. And mousesports now going to be up 9-3.
Scale of things now. Money once again becomes an issue for Trick. Only 3 rounds on the board, and around 3,000 per player. They will be able to buy into the next round, but they're going to go for a nade stack thing that Trick would have wanted. Roge going to get aggressive. Does manage to catch one out, and the man who could have traded it actually had a grenade in hand, so...
I feel like the 3 rounds that Trick have got have just been because of random aggression that's caught mousesports off by himself. So it's going to be very hard to hold this up against the 4 mousesports players. And he's going to miss that first shot, unfortunately, be completely blinded up. And you just know he's cooked. He's out of this one. Eventually, he will burn up and die. And that's giving mousesports control of the site.
And this B site, it's just not going to be cracked back open. They've got a long rotation in. At this point, you can understand why Tricked might go for something, even though this is a nigh on impossible scenario. And they are eventually going to fall into the save. But when you're this far behind, it's leaving without too much vision.
I feel like Roger's saying, okay, let's back up. And he just really wants this pick.
Ropz going to be able to get the opener. In the meantime, you see the majority of this T side make their way through Long. There is a trade back onto Kerrigan, but the fact is, it may not matter. Like, this rotation from the T side gives them so much space. Bobski looks like he's about to try and make the hero play, but changes his mind, and Ropz a nice easy frag. They've got to try and get rid of him, because him being in the backline is going to be a problem. Rose should have a free kill, and he will. But will it matter in the end? Back into a 3v3.
Well, Bubs, the patient pays off, takes down Woxic. Oh my god. I think he should be winning that battle. Oh my god, Chris J gets blinded up, now down to a 1-on-1, Frozen up against Hunden. Time is ticking. Hunden has a kit, so he has time at least to work with here, but Frozen Looking for that pixel of the head, and he does connect.
God.
And that's going to be mousesports with a nice 12-3 first days to mousesports is what Fallen is to MIBR.
Yeah, I could see that. Except that, like, I feel like you would have to go back further for Fallen, where there was, like, the grindy stages where he was playing with, like, sort of, like the German sides of things where it wasn't going particularly well, and then he got into the realms of playing as an international roster, and that was where things actually really worked out for Chris. And it has to be said that, like, there's been a couple of times where they've looked to sort of remove it. Oh, that's the worst. I love how sometimes the bomb rolls and other times it doesn't. And
well, it is a box, right?
Yeah, you know.
It's not a sphere.
Yeah, but it does roll sometimes. That's why it's annoying. And this is actually completely
further down the ramp towards CT spawn.
That is exactly the point. Like the bomb is on the side of mousesports. In fact, Bubsky's got to the point where he's just given up and gone, well, I'm just not going to cross anymore. I'm going back towards the B side, which he will be able to get to. And should be able to get the bomb down. Also frozen on 15 HP. There's a good opportunity here for Bubsky to actually win this one. There's no one else I'd want in this scenario. Peeks out, takes down Frozen, and turns it into the 1 versus 1. Looking for the 3K, while Chris wants one more than that, but Bubsky's going to clutch it out. Challenge versus 2 of the top AWPers. Going to be looking for that long control. Nabe will do a little bit of extra damage. 2 players there to try and defend it. Frozen, they're going to try and section him out, but Carrigan manages to get around the smoke, at least help Frozen out for a second, but he will fall. And there's yet to be much of a rotation back. Chris going to try and get up onto short, down below. Smoke is going to go down, and actually Chris is wrapped around, but Acor's closed him before anything can be done. And now the CT players probably just have to bring those weapons into the next round. Ropz seems tempted to try and do something here. Pretty bold play. We'll actually be able to catch one out. Tricked have to be careful that they don't give too much away in this round, but there's Acor once again, the rock, to stop this round falling apart and pull it off on train if things are going really badly, but there's not too many other maps I want to see it. And well, Chris is going to be able to get one. Not really sure if he needed to go through the Molotov there, but I suppose wanted to be safe than sorry. Make sure he gets away with the gun. Ropz going to be this B defender, but they've doubled it up this time. I like this because he has been having some troubles on this B site playing it solo. He is normally the player they expect to be the anchor. A lot of pressure put on his shoulders, but they've doubled him up with Frozen.
This is what worries me now, though, is that they're severely limited in mobility. You have 2 ops and 1 AK. It's not like you're going to be able to just
use it over towards long, which is where it's viable, and he is going to get the pick. An important one of that, and with Woxic missing the shot onto the cross, they are going to be able to get into an after plant, and that's where the double AWPs actually become viable again.
Closing at the first, trying to play around the staircase to his advantage. Flashbang comes in perfectly. Good job by Hunden to support. Now walks the last alive for, I think, the last 3 rounds in a row. But I don't think he's going to escape this time unless he is able to out-snipe Bubs. And there we go.
Last few rounds, it really has been. But now, Nuke starts to become a bit of a worry, but that's an important start. A good opening kill.
Have actually stuck back towards B. Walks, he can be watching the push in from middle. He's going to have an opportunity to hit a shot here, and he will connect. That's Shush going down. Maybe the nade coming in doing a little bit of damage here or there. The rotate's coming back in from A. Looks like mousesports will finally be able to put a hold here. It's going to be on the B side. Walks, it connects the shot. Not able to hit the follow-up, though. Ooh. And Acor going to be able to win out the trade. But he still has 3 other players. Now 2 left to find. 13 seconds left to go. Mousesports can play the clock here. Trying to fake it out with the first plant. Spots him out, takes out Rose. Can he get the follow-up? No! Acor!
Sort of try and match up versus the AWPers on the other side. He's definitely done it there. So close to stealing that round away. And he was on 19 HP when he started that 1 versus 4 clutch. Gets it down to a 1 versus 1. So the smoke. Push looking like it's about to be coming in on towards short. Long control may not be an option, though, as there's still a man there in the form of Carrigan, waiting patiently to try and hold this off. Frozen as well, and somehow Roge has actually killed himself, which is a little bit more of a problem. Carrigan wins his duel, which will keep them long control. The bomb at least will go down, securing the economy for the next round for Tricked. However, can Acor do anything more? Spots them out, will be able to get actually a couple. Again, he seems to just be doing so much work in these late round portions. They need to close him down, and thankfully...
Hurting at the moment.
Oh, I like it. A switch up from Carrigan. He's been playing long almost every single round, wants a bit of the action for himself, but he's going to be traded out. Nice shot from Woxic, a crucial one at that. And Chris is going to connect as well. These two have started to step up with them, caught off by the Molotov. And Ropz. Oh, he's about to ruin their day. Missed shot from Woxic, just about gets away with it. I want to kind of buy time because Estonian Mr. Cool is coming in from behind. And should be able to close out this round. The 7-round streak ended by mousesports.
You're about to be a prophet here, actually. As to what kind of scoreline you think we're going to see on this map. And you said 16-10. And yeah, speaking of the man you're talking about here, he's on 21 kills.
I'm liking the fact that they adapted. They put Ropz in this corner, ready and waiting. Round the corner they go. Woxic gets the first. Now he's just here to clean things up. This is looking like the end of this map at least. But they do manage to trade out one. Even still, Woxic's there, and he'll be there alongside Frozen to close it. It is going to be 16-10. And already a lot of it being expended to gain a little bit of control. Smokes are going to land, and they're going to look to try and take some pressure away. Already a kill coming in for Shush, and we Woxic going down as they wait, hoping that they'll rotate away from the ramp, although there's still 2 players here. The spamming shots go away. Ropz still hidden in the backlines. I don't think they know he's here. He's got to hit the timing right. He gets 1 seconds there as well for Ropz, giving them the man advantage, an important couple of kills, and now they've got to try and do something here. Rouge, well placed, will at least be able to manage one. He needs to do more than that. Shush still going strong with the P250, but Carrigan trades things back into a 2v2 once more. The CZ now picked up onto Shush with the P250 alongside it. Bullet spamming away, and Shush gets the kill, and it's left all onto Carrigan. Trying to bait them out into the peak. He does a lot of damage, finds the kill, but the trade should be there, however. Bubsky just going to go running away. The smoke has to be thrown onto the bomb, and I don't think there's even enough time for Carrigan to actually do anything here. He'll get the final kill and retreat back out of the round.
Unfortunate for mousesports, they did get a lot of kills in that round, however. Shush on the outside play. Picked up the initial kill on a Woxic, well done by him, especially with the Glock from that position. Whew. And keep teams on their toes.
Ropz already going to be closed out. A good start for Shush, and I think that's integral in this game. Woxic will be able to turn the tide and bring one back, and you have to bear in mind they did win, I think it was both pistols actually, in the last map, but the 4-spy victory did manage to come in one of the times from mousesports. Now, they have got a kid in this situation. Carrigan able to do so much damage in the last round that he even has a FAMAS alongside it. And with only 2 players remaining, they're looking to try and hold on to the cross, but Carrigan finds another. And now it's left all onto Acor to try and hold on. He finds 2, but it isn't quite enough. And the diffuser towards main actually gives them quite a bit of an angle around the outside. Chris is going to be ready and waiting up above. And if they do opt to try and get into heaven, they might be walking right into him, and that's exactly what they do. He finds the opener. The problem now is, can he actually get away with this? And no, he can't. Quickly traded out, but he has wasted a lot of time. 35 seconds on the clock. Woxic will go down, but Ropz is right behind him to pick off another one. And now the question is asked, like, what did Trick actually do here? They've got so little time and a lot left to do.
Imagine towards upper is the direction you're going to have to go. Hunt him with the bomb. Frozen's going to be here waiting to receive. The men rotating back towards ramp. 13 seconds left to go. You're going to have to just run into this with a nade being thrown in preemptively. Catches him out. Does some good damage through. Kerrigan's there for the refrag. Bomb now dropped. 5 seconds left to go. And Bubs in a 1-on-2. Just going to drag out the time. In a 1-on-1. No time to plant. No reason to peek.
They got rid of a player such as Oscar, who's a very prominent AWP, to bring this man in. This round, at least, though, Acor's going to have his number, and Chris has to try and hold on. He's got his trusty SG, which is one of the real high-flying players with that gun. Dunk will come in for Frozen, giving them an opportunity. He's still standing, at least for now. Manages to get back towards the hub, but they're going to drop into the vent. take themselves a reposition. Molotov goes down to deny them any real presence, and it's a fairly long rotation without the use of the vent. It's going to take them a moment to get back to B. Steve Vents doesn't want to leave them. Acor even causing them some trouble outside. And it is just going to be a quick trade, but the bomb's already ticked half the time. They've got so much left to do. You wonder if the CT side are even going to bother with this. And by the looks of it, they're not. Frozen still trying to make a bit of an effort. And actually, Bumsky doing a great job of closing them down. 3 players caught on the outside. So much damage done to the economy of mousesports that really should never have been caught. They never really even went for this push. Ropz trying to return the favor, but can't. Positions. Now, mousesports in this round fairly lackluster in their utility, and Ropz going to be left in this position again. He wants to find one, and that's where you fade away. Now he falls back all the way this time, because he wanted to at least get himself a pick into a better position, but he's still going to be caught out as they come around the corner. Hunden gets the kill. Carrigan missing his shots, gives them away back into this round. It's going to be left onto the retake, and Shush has just decimated the spray through the smoke from Woxic and leaves Frozen all alone. No. Actually, where they've just Molotoved off was closer to it, but here we go. They're going to be running right into his crosshair. First hit, he does drop the bomb, buys a little bit of time, but now the Molotov goes into the vent, and the rotation just not going to be there from the CT side. Nice shot from Woxic, though, but it's very quickly traded out. Ropz desperately trying to drop the bomb, and I believe that's what he's just done. They have to go running in, and look at the quick rotation. They've got back around. A great shot from Acor, though. He'll give them that bomb plant. He'll give them the chance. The nade going to be dunked onto him, at least doing a little bit of extra damage. That'll mean that Ropz can hit the instant headshot onto either of these players in the smoke. I believe he heard it hit. That will now give Frozen a little bit of extra space, but he's unable to do anything. Ropz has found the kill, and Acor gets dunked again, but he's still just hitting the shots with the AWP. One more needed to close this out. I don't think he knows how close Frozen is, and that...
Holding towards Hut. And the rest is history as... Oh, walks again, has changed up positions. Was outside, was in ramp, stick alive. Meantime, Shush trying to push over towards ramp, and they're going to trade 1 for 1. Rotates coming back in towards help.
Bring this back. Oh, missed shot from Woxic. May not matter, though, and I don't know what just happened there, but... Okay, yep, that's right. All of them here. They managed to get this one. Already, though, Ropz is looking to try and change the tune, and at the same time, if mousesports now take this pistol, they've got the chance to get themselves within 4 rounds of getting into the semi-finals. Ropz is just ruining them. He definitely seems to be just slowly building into this, but 2 quick trades come back. Another for Chris and Frozen, and leaves it all onto Roge. He is on the flank, but the bomb's going to be planted. No kit available to him, and he has already killed someone, so they can probably have a rough estimate as where he's going to be. Nice shot onto Woxic at least. Brings it back into a possibility. He peeks through this door. There's a chance for a 1v1, but just about escapes around the corner. Chris J knows that this is not a battle he needs to be taking. He can just leave it up to Frozen, the youngster, to close. Is that what his friends call him? Or just weirdos who watch him?
Are you calling me a weirdo?
No, just, well, if the shoe fits.
Isn't it like Matcham or Shush is going to be waiting? I think with hearing them coming, he's just going to back off. Play safe, try to buy some time. Rotation's coming in through Ven as well. Bub's already able to take Kerrigan out of the fight. Hunden as well into Frozen, and mousesports quickly turn tail. Still have another player to worry about, which is going to be Hunden here on your screen. 20 seconds left. They have to make something happen, and I think that might be it. Chris J opens things up onto the lower site. In the meantime, everyone's pushing in towards upper. Hunden's going to get caught off guard. There's going to be Bubs still tucked away in the site. He's not able to get the kill on the Ropz. 8 seconds left to go. Bomb in the hand of Chris J. He's got to go for the plant right away. Looks like he might be able to get off in time, but can he deal with the core? And he does get the shot. Now can he get the second as well? And Roge survives with 13 HP. He's only killed a round, but a crucial one it is. And Trick going to be up to 8.
It almost has to be forcing the issue into this site, and that's exactly what they're going to be doing already. Quick trades back. It's the CT side that come out on top for now. A nice shot from Acor as well, coming around the flank, but can't quite finish off the last man in the form of Frozen, who is now getting tagged beyond belief. 2 HP is all that's left. I'm hoping this round is pretty much gone.
Yeah, there it is. 2 for Hunden. Well, the outside position. Chris J gonna push through Hut. Actually, nice little execute comes in with the flashbangs. Kerrigan getting 2 assists there. Hunden trying to hold steady, but unfortunately, there's just too many players they have to deal with. And Kerrigan's in a perfect position to just punish.
However, if they win this round, it's a completely different story. And the attempt, they themselves have a little bit of extra cash, but they're just getting ruined at the moment, one by one, taking jewels and losing them at that. Smoke should at least allow Chris to retrieve the bomb, but in all honesty, this round is looking over.
And Trick are doing a great job of keeping everyone alive, too. Of course. Of course. Keeping a majority of the people alive, let's just say that, considering their economy right now. This is definitely a round of regulation time. Ropz, unfortunately, is going to be the first to fall by a core who he's had his kind of moments to shine, but he's been quiet for the most part. And look at this, Tricked. Massive man advantage now, all on Frozen.
Just cost at this point isn't going to be any valuable to them at all. It's only if he can try and win this. Knows that there's going to be a player around this angle at least, but he doesn't.
Can mousesports take us to overtime, or will Trick take us to Mirage? Eventually, we'll be going somewhere. And Frozen just immediately rushing straight past them. Hunden's going to be here and has opportunity to really put a spanner in their works, and that's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Though eventually, Roge is able to take down Frozen. So 3-on-4, man advantage back to Tricked.
And it's slipping away. This gonna try and get this bomb down. It's almost an impossible scenario for him to try and turn this around, and even taking a little bit of extra time to get that bomb down. They're going to be riding onto him. Tricked. They take this to a third and final map. They are looking to try and get themselves into the semi-finals, and Mirage is coming up next.
Okay. Oh, that was pretty good. I like that better than mine, actually. You know, he's not going to like this. Kerrigan, as he has a lot of members descending on top of him. High five clearly was not good enough for Chris J because he's the first to fall. Eventually, they should be able to rush this down. How the hell has Kerrigan been able to stay alive for so long? As Ropz is just one tapping him. He wants this map done and dusted. Shush, the last alive now against 3. And what a...
And then later into the game, once that was sort of sussed and VP started to challenge it, they then turned into these sort of executes that we're seeing right now, like an A-site setup. Ropz with a nice shot, though. They've still got to deal with this AWP. Plenty of time left on the clock for them to do just that, but Chris J is in the way. He's going to be doing damage with that AWP. Another, in fact, pulled in through the box itself, and now he's got Kerrigan to support, although he's going to go down. Ropz is still standing, and Hunden now left in the clutch situation. God, Hunden needs to be revealed if there's going to be any chance to win this round, and by the looks of it, he's going to be slowly walking his way out the ramp. I think maybe he was hoping he could go back towards the B site, but he just doesn't have the time. Nade going to be dunked over. A nice start for the 1 versus 3. Doesn't have much time to actually get the bomb down. Spots the player looking to cross over, and he's run out of time.
I think there's maybe one more person as well, but Chris J, who's been over at the A site at Ticket Booth before, has done punching tickets. He wants to punch lives. Don't ask. I don't know where I'm going with this one. But he gets another kill in this round and a third. Chris J. And a 4th. Can he get the ace?
Well, Roge is going to be able to come back in from behind, but Frozen is ready and waiting. 6-0. Looking like mousesports are on towards this B site. Chris getting aggressive here. Molotov's going to go through. Kerrigan will go down. Molotov doesn't actually spread to his position, so Chris is going to have the opportunity to have a couple of shots rattled off. Ropz comes in, his first death onto the board. But Woxic's still there to hold the cross. 20 seconds left for Acor to make his move. It's a double up of the defense. As they sit in the window, they do manage to get 1 kill, but does he expect the second player from the exact same spot? Yes, he does. And Acor's going to win them there.
Maybe in middle like we saw against Virtus Pro. This time it's over towards B, able to hit so many fantastic shots there. But Trick, 7-1 against them. This could be their comeback moment. This could be them looking for any sort of drop down. And actually, Woxic pushes in towards the site a little bit as well. So trying to get up close, and that's going to be Hunden going down. And Ropz in the perfect position, at least get that 1 kill onto Shush. But now it's all on Roge.
Yeah, they know where he is as well. Spamming through the box. Damage is done, and he's hoping to find something back in return, but it should be going the other way. Only the pistol for Chris J at this point.
And well, the faster style is not going to be coming out of Trick, but it looks like it might be a B push in the end, and that's going to be a nice little double kill from Frozen. Woxic can be completely smoked off. Seems like the terrorist side of Trick Esports, though, have decided to go a different direction. With a nicely placed smoke out of mousesports to prevent them from pushing through further. Still a lot of time on the clock, but unless they get a pick somewhere out of A-Core, I'd imagine we might even just see them.
Teammates, and they're not going to be checking him properly. They do somehow get the kill. I think he was trying to be a little bit patient there because it seemed like he had a little bit more time than he would have needed to get the kill. And actually, that allows for the crossover to the site. Chris has to be somewhat careful here because they're going to be waiting for him. And that's now back into a 3 versus 3 over. Woxic gets one. Another trade back is left all onto Shush. 1 versus 2. Woxic has just...
Hey, check the angle. Got the kill. I mean, there was a realistic chance once they got those first 2 frags, but again, as you mentioned, Woxic with the op in hand. Well, we got the bully here in the talent team, but we don't have the hunter, unfortunately, at the moment. Ropz.
Okay.
Missing a couple of shots there. You go in the way of Tricked, but again, Woxic still has AWP in his hands. Now down to a 2-on-3 in favor of Trick still.
A solid flashbang at least will allow them to get the bomb back. Carrigan doesn't know where they are. How does he get away with that? That's disgusting. A-Core's even waiting on the angle. Thankfully, it's not really something you want to see. Woxic with 19. Like you have to bear in mind there was a point where Ropz was 13-0 in the back of apartments. So maybe there's going to be a little bit of a double back. Boost up, elevated angle, and Ropz is going to get that opening pick. There's a reason he's handed the P250, and that is because he was a robot forged by man to play Counter-Strike.
I was really wondering where you're going with that one, to be honest. That's a roller coaster of emotions for me.
They're going to send him back in time at some point. And then when they run out of ideas, they'll send him back in time to fight himself. Isn't that right? Terminator series. Anyway, moving on for my distaste. We're going to have to push in, and Ropz again is going to be able to find another one. 2 kills to his name already, and waiting for someone to give him just that little bit of a peek. But it's not going to happen. They're going to... you picked the wrong end. Oh, that's a nice spray down from Rouge, though. It's still going to be the... And actually, Ropz is going to execute Shush. Frozen expending his Molotov, but will be caught out for it. He gives away his position, and both players remaining within the mousesports roster are low on HP, but Chris, I like this. He's going to take himself the position in towards the window. I don't think they're going to expect him to be this close, although they are checking some of these remaining angles. He's allowing them to pass, allowing them to cross towards that bomb, and in the meantime his teammates gone around towards the connector. This is great positioning. There's that first, the second peek out from Ropz.
See that Molotov just stopping them on the go. A-Core gets the first and a second. Again, mousesports just running headfirst into a wall.
Nice shot from Shush. In fact, he's going to clean things up. There we go, though. The rush B, don't stop. Pulled in by mousesports. The classic strategy brought throughout the ages, but Hunden is aware of it. He's heard this one before. Although there's some damage being done, this shouldn't be possible. Trapped behind the smokes, however. Carrigan's managed to retrieve an AWP. Rouge is going to be able to close down 2 of his teammates. They're the only ones left. Has left on to Carrigan to carry them. And I'm not sure I believe in this clutch. They're slowly starting to surround his position, trying to bait out the shot, and well, he's not even going to hit it when they do find
teams, but they are putting in the work, and they've been on the grind. 104 maps played now in the last 3 months.
Well, let's put it this way. If you said to one of the members of Tricked at 12-3, you have to bet your life savings on one of these teams, I think even they would have gone with mousesports.
I mean, when your life savings is, you know, if you ask me, my life savings is 0, I feel like I can bet on who I want to bet on.
Which probably still would have been mousesports.
I won't deny it.
Even still, the comeback seems to be real. As mousesports are getting shut down again and again, but maybe a little bit too audacious from Bubsky gives them a way back in. Still, they've got 2 players, maybe even a third rotating in on towards this B site. So mousesports are left with Carrigan giving them the mid-round call. Though he's currently typing in chat, so maybe not. And there's going to be the rotation back towards the B site. They've got one man looking to try and sell the fake in the form of Crisp J. Let's see if he can hit any more spicy headshots.
If he can get in towards like windows somehow without being spotted. Okay, I think they did spot him. 17 seconds. Thing is, I just get caught off the CT spawn. A little bit unfortunate. Hunden's going to be there as well, and this should be able to stop the push.
And splitting towards short, but I don't know. It seems like they're struggling. Carrigan breaks the trend. He's found a way back into this round. Gets an opening pick. 45 seconds up and coming on the clock. As they do look to split towards this A site once again. The flashbang leaves the player on short blind. As they do look to go into the connector. Rose have been boosted up, but a crazy shot from Woxic is going to leave them 2 men to the good. As now they look to head into this site. A missed shot from Acor. We've seen a couple of those over the last few rounds. Shush with everything to do to try and hold on to this one, and Ropz just puts him down. They've teased them all the way to the final couple of rounds, and now it's left on to Bubsky to try and clutch this one out. 1 versus 4. He is going to manage the first, but there's so much left to do. Already tagged, and Ropz will close him down after what is a long streak of rounds. That might be the ending of the game. Rose looking to try and get aggressive into mid. He's got to be careful. There's a man on the other side, and Carrigan again. The 2nd round in a row, he's managed to pounce when it's needed. Finds a kill, almost closes out Shush, who just about survives. But we are still going to have a few players standing in their way. Hunden steps up to the plate, manages one. Shush is going to pick off another as he lucks around, but Frozen puts him down. Leaves it into the 2 versus 2 with 20 seconds on the clock for this T side. Acorn needs to try and find a pick on the cross. He doesn't want to allow that bomb to go down, but there's not really too much they can do. They're just going to try and lock in. Woxic unable to connect the shot. Hunden spraying wildly, eventually gets the kill, and it's left onto Woxic to clutch this out. He gets the first, and Acor is still standing. The Orpa versus Orpa duel will continue one more time. He still has the nade in his hand. He expects him to be a little bit closer, but the clock is ticking. A kit still in the hand of Acor, so not in such a rush. He knows exactly where his opponent is, but he needs him to peek into the angle. Woxic giving him a little pick sword. He's going to find it as well. Overtime will come in as Tricked managed to clutch things.
Let's see. Roche, again, using short to his advantage, takes down Frozen. You already mentioned before about mousesports and the lack of use of mid-control, or use it as a spot to jump off of. And Bub's going to push in, gets the bomb down. It's in favor of him. It rolled in his direction, even though it just kind of fell. I'm just trying to cause a distraction towards the A side, but they already know the bomb's there, so it's not really going to matter. No one's going to rotate back towards A to help out. And Bubs, he wants more. That's blood in the water smelled out. That's a 2nd kill. And they now know that, well, they have 1 player here in B halls and 1 player over towards A. And now the last player is going to be towards A, and Tricked should be taking the first round of overtime here, Tom. 16 to 15 should be on the board in a few seconds.
I'm actually interested to know how many kills Woxic has actually had. He only bathes in lanes.
Classy, I like that. Well, again, 1 round for Tricked to close this out. Not going to be so easy as Chris J picks up the first kill of the round. Thing is, it's been such a long time since Tricked has played T side. I guess they technically have had some time to think things over, but maybe they've also forgotten of how mousesports was defending.
Well, This double orb setup was deadly pretty much all the way through. Ropz as well has still been going strong. 33 kills to his name. No one else on his team is even close to that. The next is 10 below.
And that player had most of those kills in the very first half.
Yeah, exactly. They are going to be able to overwhelm him. The 4 versus 4. Woxic still in the backlines. Hunden tagged down to just 9 HP, and Chris J's found another in the form of Shush. Still look like we're going to be going for another round, as this is looking like the cleanup. 18-6. Quick play in towards the side. We saw the same from mousesports in the previous. Ropz is sat ready and waiting already. Picks off the first, and they can't trade him out. He's just going ham. 4 kills for Ropz. Just owns them at the end. The ace from Ropz. The Estonian just steps up and destroys the likes of Trick. 38 kills to his name. 10 above anyone else in the whole server.
Great flashbangs as well out of Woxic to help set him up. And we talked about Woxic. He's been relatively quiet since the initial first half, but
this time, well, they'd have to take them out of the hands of the Tricked players. Looking like they're going to go for this split towards the B site again, and Frozen looks away at the wrong time. In fact, Acor finds another kill exactly the same moment, but there's still trades available. Ropz needs to get his little running shoes on, as he's got everything left to do now to try and clear all of these remaining angles, get towards the bomb. He does manage to at least pick off the first. The smoke going to be going down, but he runs right into his opponent. It is going to be Tricked to get themselves a 20th.
When they do come out, they really have to hope that the pushing towards A causes enough of a distraction. His members turn around, and it seems to have worked at first. Acor needs to hit these shots. He takes the first man down. Spam through the wall, not going to connect, unfortunately, for him. Now they know the 8 hit's going to be coming. It's on the cards. Can they defend against this? And Woxic need the kill on the Shush, who was just sitting behind ticket booth. Bubsky just can't hit the shots. The op has not been working out for him in overtime.
Yeah, and it's left to just 2 players remaining. Hunden, the only one that can really make a difference in this round. And oh, he's going to be peeking in. Shot missed, but it'll be hit by Frozen instead. Acor low on HP and 4 players to find. Again, as mentioned, yeah, this was successful last time they attempted it. Woxic's waiting, and he's got Ropz to help him out. It will be the initial kill going their way, and they're not actually going to go pushing. They're going to try and play this safe. Want to try and utilize that man advantage. Give Carrigan the space to make his calls. But look at Acor. This is hugely aggressive, but he loses that battle as well. Ropz handed the AWP, has been the man to beat within this server. 43 kills to his name. The Estonian completely leading the way within this server. And now they look to surround this A site. Bubsky spots them towards the connector. The bomb looks to make its way up. The Molotov will clear him forward. Roge with everything to do. He manages to spray one, but the second's not going to come, and his teammate falls as well. It's left all onto Bubsky with the 1 versus 4. Everything to do to try and save this series, and it doesn't look likely. It will be closed out. mousesports, they take their time to close the day, but they are going to be the first team into the playoffs as expected.
As expected, yes. The route they got there, though, was not necessarily the